Hi students, coming to the next topic in the subject computer organization and architecture is assembly language instructions. So we all know that assembly language is in the form of mnemonics. Actually there are three levels of programming languages are there in a system. 3 levels of programming languages. So those 3 levels are machine language, assembly language and high level language. So these are the 3 levels of programming languages that are used in any microprocessor. So here the machine language is nothing but it is in the form of zeros and ones. Why it is in zeros and ones? Because the system can understand only the machine language, means the processor it can understand only zeros and ones language. The binary code is understood by the machine language. What about the assembly language? Assembly languages uses symbolic notations. It uses symbolic notations. And coming to high level language is just like English like statements. English like statements. So these are the 3 levels of programming language. So first the user writes in the form of high level language. So we understand only the high level language. Okay. So the user write high level language programs like C, C++, Java, like that. So the high level language is converted into assembly language. So assembly language is also understood by the user, means it is not just like a simple English language, it is just like a symbolic notations. It uses mnemonic codes. So it uses mnemonic codes. So the high level language, whatever we are written, that will be compiled. This high level language is compiled and converted into assembly language. Okay, so after that assembly language, after interpreting, this was converted into machine language. Machine language means in the form of zeros and ones. Then it can understand by the central processing unit, the CPU. So the user wants to communicate with the CPU with the help of these 3 languages. With the help of these 3 languages, the user is communicating with the processor with the help of these 3 languages. So whatever the program that is written by the user is always in the high level language. After the high level language the high level language is once you compile it converted into assembly language. After that it converted into machine language. So then that a simple statement that will be converted into zeros and ones, and that the CPU is able to understand what the user has sent the request. So this is how the languages are used. So whatever the process had taken, this should be a 3 level programming languages. Now let us see. So everyone knows the high level languages is a C, C++, Java programs. Now let us see what are the instructions that are present in this assembly language. Okay, so actually the assembly language is built from 2 pieces. It built from 2 pieces. That is, one is opcode and next is operand. Let us take add R1, R2, R3. So this is a statement that is look like in assembly language. So this is a mnemonics. These are the mnemonics. So here the add you call it as opcode. Opcode means what operation it has to be performed. Opcode, operation has to be performed. And these 3 are operands. Operands are nothing but it's the variables, the names of the data item, means the data that is stored in these registers. So this is opcode, what operation has to be performed. What operation here? Add, addition operation has to be performed, means R2 and R1 should be added and the result will be stored in R1. So this is a representation of an assembly language. So here the opcode is saying what to do with the data. So this everything will be done by the ALU operations. So the opcodes will be performed operation by the ALU, arithmetic logic unit. So this opcode is saying what to do with the data. So whatever the data that is given here, so what I have to do with this data, that will be told by this opcode. So here the addition operation has to be done. Then coming to the operands. Operands is saying where to get data and put the result. This indicates the operands. So this is how you have to write the assembly language code, a simple statement. So let us see some 8085 instruction sets. Let me write that 8085 instruction set. Okay. So these 8085 instruction sets are divided into data transfer, arithmetic operations, logical operations, branching operations, sorry, not operations, opcodes. So I'm saying about the assembly language is divided into opcodes and operands. Opcodes will be there and operands will be there. Opcodes are what operation has to be performed indicated by the opcodes, and operands are the holds the values of the registers, means the variables. So these opcodes, the 8086 instruction set consisting of set of opcodes, data transfer opcodes and arithmetic opcodes, logical operations means branching operations will be there, and machine control instructions will be there. So here the data transfer instructions are device to accumulator, register to register, you can transfer the data by using the move condition, memory to register, load register. So these are the different data transfer instructions, means we are just transferring the data from one operand to the another operand. Now coming to the arithmetic. The arithmetic operations are nothing but the opcodes that are used in arithmetic operation are add, subtract, increment, decrement. Now coming to the logical operations. So logical operations are nothing but AND. So these are the mnemonics that are used for in the place of opcodes. Rotate, compare, complement. So these are the logical operations. Now coming to the branch. Branch are nothing but jump, call, return and restart. Now coming to the machine control instructions. Machine control instructions are, it used to control the machine, that is the halt, interrupt and nothing. So these are the different opcodes that are used in the 8085 instructions. So now let us see the operands. So operands are operands. So each operand taken from a particular addressing mode. Okay. So here the each operand, so whatever the operand that is present in, that is taken from a particular addressing mode. So examples for this is register. Register add is the opcode and operands are R1, R2, R3. In the same way, this is a register transfer. We are just transferring the data from one register to another register. and performing the operation, addition operation, R2 plus R3, and the result will be stored in R1. Next is immediate. So these are the different addressing modes that are used to saying from where we have to get the data. So the data that has to be get and perform the operation by using direct or indirect or with the help of registers, or immediate, like that. So immediate is add R1 comma R2 comma 10. So the value directly 10 is added to the R2 register. So in the data that is present in the R2 register, and the result will be stored in R1. Indirect, just move R1 comma content of R2. So these are the different addressing modes that are used to perform the operations on the operands. So these addressing modes I'll explain clearly when I explain about the addressing mode concept. So this is about the assembly language instructions, opcodes and operands. Thank you.